Hey everyone, welcome to How to Write Equations of Tangent Lines. This is Nicholas, JMV. So in order to do this, you need to be able to find the derivatives of a lot of different functions, okay? And you need to be able to write equations, specifically linear equations, okay? So the first example we're going to look at is find the equation of the tangent line to y equals 2x plus 5 over x squared minus 3 at x equals 1. Okay, so just to recall, we're going to be using this definition of a line. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. It's the point slope form. Okay, so that's what we're going to use. So in order to do this, you need a point and a slope. Okay, so we need the point xy and we need the slope. Now the slope in this case is the derivative. We got to look at the derivative, okay? So that's what m is here now. Okay, so depending on your text. So I don't even have the point, I don't have the derivative. Okay, so I have x equals 1. So the first thing I'm going to do is find the y coordinate. Okay, so that means I am going to plug in 1 into my function. So I'm going to have 2 times 1 plus 5 all divided by 1 squared minus 3. Okay, when I simplify that, I get 7 over negative 2. Okay, so I have my point now. So I have the point 1 comma negative 7 over 2. So I'm done here. I need the slope. In order to find the slope, okay, I need the derivative of y. So now I got to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go ahead and rewrite my equation. Y equals x squared, or excuse me, 2x plus 5 over x squared minus 3, and I'm going to go ahead and take the derivative. So y prime, this is a quotient rule, so bottom times the derivative of the top minus top times the derivative of the bottom, all over bottom squared. Now here is where you want to be careful. You don't have to simplify all this. We know the derivative. Now you're just going to plug in x. You're going to plug in your x value, which my x in this case was 1. It was what was given. So now if I go ahead and do that, 1 squared is 1, so I'd have 1 minus 3 times 2 minus 2 times 1, which is 2, plus 5 is 7, times 2 times 1, which is 2, all over 1 minus 3 is negative 2 squared is 4. So when that simplifies all the way down, I get negative 9/2. Okay, so there's my slope. Okay, so now I have the point and I have the slope. Okay, so let's go ahead and write the equation. So here we go. We've got my point. My slope is negative 9/2 by the formula y minus y1, which is negative 7 over 2, equals your slope times x minus the quantity x minus 1, and we simplify that, we get y plus 7/2 equals negative 9/2 times the quantity x minus 1. So there is the equation of the tangent line at the point 1, negative 7/2. So I've got my first example done. Okay, so let's look at another example. Okay, what is the slope of the tangent line to the graph of y equals sine cubed of 2x at pi over 6? So this one is a little more challenging. Okay, and it just has to deal with the function. The idea is the same. Okay, right now we just want the slope. We're not writing the equation. Okay, so we're going to find the slope of this tangent line. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and rewrite my equation. Cubed of 2x. Okay, so what I'm going to do is rewrite this as y equals sine of 2x cubed, okay, just to help me with the chain rule. So I'm going to write y prime, and then I'm going to bring it out front. So here's 3 times the inside. My inside is sine of 2x, okay, squared times the derivative of the inside. Derivative of sine is cosine of 2x times 2. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and clean that up. It's all multiplication, so I have 6 sine. Now I'm going to bring the 2 back in here. 6 sine squared of 2x times cosine of 2x. Now I need the slope, okay, at the point x equals pi over 6. So I know my x value. So x is pi over 6. So by substitution now I'm going to have 6 times, well, the sine of really 2x, 2 pi over 6, right, squared, cosine of 2 pi over 6. Okay, so if I simplify that, I get really 6 sine of pi over 3. Whoops, that's squared. Okay, cosine of pi over 3. Okay, so I keep going here, and now I have 6 times the quantity root 3 over 2 squared. That's what pi over 3 is. The sine of pi over 3 is root 3 over 2. I square that times cosine of pi over 3 is 1/2. Okay, when I simplify that out, I get 9 over 4, and there's the slope of the line tangent. Okay? So if you have any questions or comments on how to find the equation of a tangent line or the slope of the tangent line, you can go ahead and email me at nicholas.bennett@dc.gov. We'll see you next time.